Why am I alive?
You're Bonnie's toy. You are going to help create happy memories that will last for the rest of her life.
I'm not her boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy.
A WTF! A WTF!
In the words of Eric Bischoff's world-famous WWE theme, I am back. And not quite 100% because we can't go 2 full weeks without a WTF Moments video. Raw was crap last night, wasn't it? So that was great. I don't know about you, but watching last night's show, just found myself saying way too many times, I don't care. I don't care about Dana Brooke. I don't care about Ronda Rousey's big Eric Rowan looking pal. And I just don't care about Brock Lesnar either. Aye, I said it. So let's crack on with these WTF moments before I die. Now when I saw that sign there at the start of last night's Raw, I thought to myself, that's a huge WTF moment. When Brock smiles, I thought to myself, it's lovely because he looks like a young German child who has just been told he's getting bratwurst for tea. And not only that, but we also get to see his teeth, which look like pedigree chums. But then I googled Brock Lesnar smile, and I saw those, and aye, he's a creepy bastard, isn't he? Whoa, Paul Heyman, you claim that Seth Rollins is a revisionist, a burn-it-down suplex city arsonist, and you also claim that Drew McIntyre is a career killer, but not the career killer, because the career killer is Brock Lesnar. The career killer isn't Brock Lesnar, you happy hippie Heyman hypocrite. The career killer is Mike Awesome, because he's 6'6", he's green and mean, he's a living, breathing war machine. Brock Lesnar couldn't lace Mike Awesome's boots, so there, aye. For some reason, Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn get a pair of massive stiffies over camera work like this, because apparently when you're watching TV and you get bloody seasick, that makes the moves happen on TV all the more impactful. Bollocks. But of course, with this being WTF moments and with me being a massive hack, I've got my own theory as to why that camera there was looked like such a massive numpty. As we all know, Seth Rollins is known as a CrossFit Jesus, and by doing that there, that cameraman there is trying to prove that he is a CrossFit god. And he might just have done it, you know.
What she say? Say, shut up, Renee. What she say? Say, shut up, Renee.
And next up we have Renee Young, who claims Brock Lesnar looks like he's just seen a ghost, and is Renee Young really suggesting that Brock Lesnar is aroused by ghosts? Is that why we never see him? Because if he's not there, people might think he's an actual ghost, and his beast incarnate goes ping. He looks like he's seen a medium well done steak. He's that aroused man, Renee. And I still can't believe Brock Lesnar eats his steaks medium well done. What a freak.
What she say? Say, shut up, Renee.
Back to Renee we go once again, and on last night's show she claimed that Dana Brooke had her first ever chance at winning some gold. I mean, this sounds right, of course, because Dana Brooke is absolutely pissing awful. Most weeks she can't decide if she's heel or a baby face, but in fact, Dana Brooke has had 2 chances at gold in her career. Back in September of 2015, Dana Brooke had 2 shots at the NXT Women's Championship. One of them in a singles match against the champion Bayley, and the second one a triple threat that also involved Emma. And I know you sat there at home going, but Ross, those matches, they're innocuous as piss. But that's all Dana's got to cling on to, alright? Poor goose. Michael Cole is a massive knobhead, this much we know. But on last night's Raw, WWE were doing who will Finn Balor's tag team partner be before that screen appeared just before the show went to a commercial break. But with the suspense building in the arena, and with that screen on the TV right there, Michael Cole piped up and said, I believe it's going to be a monster-ish tag team match. As if we're suddenly supposed to believe he's actually clever or something. Just let a surprise be a surprise, my Michael get it. We hardly get them anymore. Aye, and it's monstrous, not monster-ish. You numpty, and no, I'm not going to give Michael credit for combining monstrous and Irish to make monsterish. He's just a plum. Head and Shoulders, a shampoo you used to wash the hair on the top of your tet, sponsored a match involving Bobby Lashley, who doesn't have a single hair on the entirety of his massive, muscular, sweaty body. He doesn't even have eyebrows, you bath turds. Oh, Mike Rome, what do you mean? His opponent? Your boy Finn Balor was facing 2 people in a tag team match. Now I know I could just stand here and make jokes about Leo Rush being a very small man, but bollocks to that. He's really bloody good and should be treated like a real human man. Now I know he's a massive arsehole, judging by what we hear all the time about him, but still, he's still a real man. Slap my arse and call me Gertrude. The pictures they used for that WrestleMania card, strap yourselves in, because there's several rapid fire things coming your way. First of all, why have they photoshopped Brock Lesnar's face onto his own face and not lined it up properly? Why were they promoting this when Ronda Rousey hadn't yet defended her Raw Women's Championship against Dana Brooke? Dana Brooke is really good. She definitely had a chance of winning that title last night. And this one here, 2016 Triple H's head on 2008 Triple H's body. What kind of a game are we playing here, WWE? A police photo fit? And where the hell have Batista's nipples gone at WWE? I didn't realise they were that sensitive. Now, as we all know, Sting disguising himself under a Sting mask in TNA is the greatest disguise in professional wrestling history. Last night on Raw, though, No Way Jose made himself look like a bigger knobhead than that new hairpiece already does. For some reason, No Way Jose decided to put on a disguise, despite the fact his music was blaring throughout the arena and there was a massive conga line on the stage. The only way he pulled off that attack last night is because Elias was facing the other way, making that disguise utterly pointless, just like his career is. Ha! Oh, that was a bit harsh. And how did nobody backstage realise that No Way Jose was wearing a Penta mask live on WWE Raw? That's an AEW superstar. They aren't called superstars, are they? An AEW wrestler. What are the rivals? 0, Fuller, given. 0, given. Maggle, 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 maggle. Here is a direct quote from Maggle Cole from last night's Raw as the flu starts to take hold of my body and my forehead starts to glisten like Shane McMahon's. WrestleMania tonight here in Chicago. So let's get to Kurt Angle's announcement, and Jesus Christ, everybody, settle down. Bait and switch is the order of the day in WWE today, and I reckon we'll get another one right here. John Cena will face Kurt Angle at WrestleMania, I promise you that, and I reckon he'll recreate his WrestleMania 23 entrance to get there. You know, the one where he turned into a bad lad boy racer, womp womp beep beep, womp womp beep beep. He'll get a massive car and mow big baldy bastard Baron Corbin down, killing him in the process. But aside from the obvious issues with big baldy bastard Baron Corbin being Kurt Angle's retirement match, I can't believe we have to say this as a real thing as we stand here right now. There's one glaring thing I need to bring up. Remember back in December when the McMahons all stood there and said, welcome to this brand new era? All 4 of them stood there and blamed everything bad happening on Raw, the bad ratings, the bad matches, the bad everything, on big baldy bastard Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin wasn't worth bollocks. He was thrown under the bus and then run over by the bus back and forth many, many times. But here we are, 3 months later, and all of a sudden Kurt Angle's got to the McMahons and gone, how? I'd like to face big baldy bastard Baron Corbin at WrestleMania. And they've gone, yeah, he's well worth a place on our biggest show of the year card. And what have we learned from this? Each and every McMahon who stood in that ring in Raw in December needs their brains checked because they are seriously, seriously damaged and they have no memory whatsoever. No robe. No Bobby Roode, no explanation as to why that pointless tag team ended. Finally, Chadwick Gable might be getting the treatment his talents fully deserve. I mean, hopefully, they should just be calling Chadwick Gable Kurt Angle's son and have Chadwick Gable pick up from where 2001 doofus Kurt Angle left off. Chad Gable is ready-made for that role and they should just do it. They won't though, but a man can dream. And so the announcement of big baldy bastard Baron Corbin being Kurt Angle's retirement match opponent at WrestleMania 35 went over so poorly that in Chicago, the Chicago fans were chanting, we want Cena. That's like WWE champion, the new Daniel Bryan attending a wrestling show and chanting on his own, we want meat. Chicago, notoriously one of the most savage wrestling crowds in the entire wrestling world, chanting, we want John Cena. It's a noise we'd never thought we'd hear. And because of that, the end is nigh, the end is nigh, time to run away, the end is nigh, nigh. Made a grave mistake, Corey. Corey Graves reckons that because Ronda Rousey was fine because of what she did on last week's Raw and she was hit in the pocketbook, she'll be extra unhappy this week. Now I know it's painful, Corey, but just follow that woman on Twitter and you wouldn't, whoa! And you would not have made yourself look like a massive numpty like you did here. As all of the unfortunate people who follow that Jezebel on Twitter saw, she replied to that fan by saying, meh, I can afford it. Hashtag worth it. And then, of course, she liked that tweet because she is the worst person in the history of the world. Made a grave mistake, Corey. Bear with me on this one, everybody. Corey Graves reckons Sasha Banks should eat a Snickers because then she might be a good tag team partner for Bayley. That's even though we all know you eat a Snickers to become yourself again after being hangry and grumpy. So in Corey Graves' eyes, Sasha Banks is a prick and not a good tag team partner for Bayley. That, in his opinion, is her normal state. So she wouldn't be that before she ate a Snickers, and she would eat the Snickers and become that. So she shouldn't eat a Snickers, Corey. I need to lie down. So not only is big bully bastard Baron Corbin money in the eyes of the McMahons once again, but he's seemingly also the general manager-elect because he can make matches again. Apollo Crews dropped all kinds of charisma on big bully bastard Baron Corbin's big baldy scalp, and eventually big bully bastard Baron Corbin said, go on then, aye, fine, I'll have a match. That's it. No big bully bastard Baron Corbin saying, oh, I better go and ask Daddy Paul for permission. He just made matches again. What the hell's going on? So next up we have the Phoenix one, Beth Phoenix, saying she watches Sasha Banks and Bayley every single week on WWE, doing what they do to bring prestige and glamour on to the Women's Tag Team Championships. And respect too. That's actually what you said there, respect to the championships. So Betty, you mean not defend them? So Betty, you mean cut the same old cringy promo? Call me Shania Twain, Beth Phoenix, because what they have done to seemingly bring respect to the Women's Tag Team Championships, that doesn't impress me much. Tamina finally has merch, 9 years in the making, in WWE it is straight from the very top drawer, only the best for the absolute pissing worst, eh? Nobody meaner than Tamina. So then, we can only presume that Mojo Rawley has forgotten his bloody mirror the last few weeks on Raw. That's why we haven't seen this nonsense for quite some time. It's crap, man, WWE. It was gone. We've forgotten about it. Why bring it back? And with no explanation. What's the point? And once again, a Head and Shoulders advert, which of course is a shampoo you used to wash the hair on your tet for a match involving Ricochet, who, if you haven't heard, is as bald as big bully bastard Baron Corbin and Bobby Lashley from before. Michael Cole really has a way with words now, doesn't he? He reckons Aleister Black wasn't at Raw last night because he was conducting business back in Holland. Now I know it doesn't really fit the moody, Jesus Christ, I hate it when they call Aleister Black moody. I know it doesn't fit his moody character, but just say he's on his honeymoon with his wife. He's a human man. Human men do that, you know. And next up, according to Michael Cole, WWE hands out the Warrior Award to an individual who lived life like the Ultimate Warrior. I bloody hope not. But hey, at least this year's recipient of the Warrior Award actually fits the description of what the Ultimate Warrior wanted. First time for everything, eh? Well, slap my arse and call me Gertrude once again. Dana Brooke, believe it or not, does not understand how wrestling works. She claimed that during last night's Raw Women's Championship match, she just needed to be better than Ronda Rousey for 3 seconds. What about the minutes that build up to those 3 seconds, Dana? If you're not better than Ronda then, how do you expect to pin the woman? No wonder you never win, you silly goose. You see, Corey, Ronda was so unhappy with her fine for harming some referees and security guards on last week's show, she went and did it again. Hashtag worth it. That Eric Rowan looking man was at ringside like a fan, but he struck a security guard and didn't get arrested. What kind of message, WWE, are you sending to your WWE universe? Anybody can do anything and didn't get away with it. Who is that man? Maggle, I know you need to cover Lady Balls' arse because Lady Balls' arse, it needs a covering, but it makes it like a massive numpty, so don't do it. Big baldy bastard Baron Corbin wasn't the reason that Kurt Angle was put on gardening leave last year. It was all down to Lady Balls. Lady Balls was the reason big baldy bastard Baron Corbin was hired to replace Kurt Angle in the first place. Therefore, the problems on Raw were Lady Balls' fault. And don't say anything else, because it's a lie. Everything bad that happens in WWE today is Lady Balls' fault, and I can say that with absolute confidence because yesterday, Lady Balls posted Monday Motivation with a quote from Margaret Thatcher. I don't know about you, but I had jelly and ice cream when Margaret Thatcher died, you know. And next up we have Michael Cole claiming that Triple H has been nothing but fair to him during the course of his 22 years in WWE. 22 years and he's still that crap. And I can't have been the only one thinking about the D-Generation X days where Triple H and Shawn Michaels would give Michael Cole a massive wedgie, give Michael Cole a wet willy or two, treat Michael Cole like the massive nerd he is. Bullying. And then of course Raw ended last night with Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins, two handsome men having a handsome wrestling match before Brock Lesnar came out and smiled like a creep. That's it for the WTF moments from last night's Raw. I've been Ross Twaddell from Cultaholic.com, sweating like Shane McMahon while standing still. Thank you for being a sexual wank pheasant. Follow us on Twitter or something. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments below. You can follow us on Twitter at Cultaholic. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. And if you enjoy what we do here at Cultaholic, you can play us to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Cultaholic. Hit subscribe and join us